USC UCLA. Did you get to see any of this game?
Part of it.
Did you see just the... Like, I don't know. I watched this game, and to me, it was just a lack of, you know, attitude almost on the USC side in comparison
they got
to
down
UCLA.
big. They got down big, didn't they? Wasn't it like 21-0?
They did fall behind and then slowly started chipping their way back. By the time I got it on and really started watching it, they were down 10, but Barkley hit Marquise Lee 3 out of 4 plays in a row, and one of the plays led to a touchdown.
I did not see Barkley get hurt, though.
I did not either.
He got hurt at the end of the game, I believe.
Yeah, like they were just sort of chucking it, trying to make big plays. That's why I shut it off, though, because UCLA drove down and put the game away. And I'm like, well, USC's not coming back. It was under 2 minutes left. They only had a timeout left. Like, nothing was going to... They needed miracle status to come back and win that game. And I'm just like, all right, you know, it's 6:30 on a Saturday. Time to move on.
I think it all stems from them bitching out on stabbing the UCLA logo in the middle of the field. Before the game, the guy came out and he kneeled down like right at the hash mark, and he yelled and he screamed and he banged this little gong. But he didn't stab the ground. He didn't stab the UCLA logo like they normally do, because they want to make sure they save their halftime show because their band is tremendous. Right, because people are showing up to the football game to watch the band. Now, granted, if I have a kid in the band or something of that nature, then yeah, I might go to watch the band. But out of 100,000 people in the stands, there may be 1,000 people there to watch the band.
Look, let's get one thing straight. If you go to this game because your kid is in the marching band, you still are not at this game to just watch your kid play in the marching band. You went to watch this game for a lot more than just to see your kid play in the marching band.
But that's my point, is did they lose their mojo because they didn't even get to prepare for the game like they would normally prepare for it? To me, that shows a lack of confidence. I would be like, listen, I'm going to stab this ground. If you want to take away my halftime, take it away, but I'm taking this game away from you. I'm going to be me.
This is mine.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
We're in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah, it's not like they were actually in the Bruins
What do you
stadium.
think? The Spartacus was out there, and he goes, listen, guys, you know, say the Persians were over there, and the Persians were like, listen, if you stab my ground...
It means war.
You know, it's war. And then you go, all right, well, then I won't stab your ground. I'll just yell and scream over here for a second. And we'll all be good. You know, it doesn't...
Do you think it had that big of an impact?
I think it has an impact.
Just a mental...
I think anytime you show a lack of who you are or what you do, if somebody else can take you out of your game, even if something as minuscule as stabbing the ground with a giant sword.
Yeah, whether... I don't even know if it's real.
Even that alone is just, it's enough. It's almost Rex Ryan-ish to, you know, that when you lose your confidence, when you lose your mojo, your team feels that. Now, I'm sure they ain't going to the locker room and say, guys, we're not going to stab the ground today. And, you know, I'm sure they didn't do that. But when you just don't prepare for the game like you would normally prepare for it, it shows a sign of weakness. And I think UCLA said, well, listen, if they're going to bow to our demands, they're going to bow to us on the field. They don't even have the confidence to come out here. This is the team that's been dominant for the last 10 years. We've been in the basement. And we don't have the... They're showing a lack of confidence. They don't want to come out here and stab our ground. They don't want to.
I could believe that. I could. Look, especially in a game like football, where confidence... and attitude plays such an impact in how you perform on the field. It's that simple. Look, NFL players, look, everybody, oh, billboard material, this, that, and most average people are like, dude, there's no way that means anything. Look, simple fact of the matter is, these guys will take anything for motivation. Anything to get them through that little bit of pain they feel to push themselves a little bit more to go make a play. No professional athlete out there is the guy that lets things just roll off their shoulder. They don't do that. It's what makes them who they are. You think Michael
should put the extra chip on your shoulder.
Exactly. Look, Michael Jordan will tell you to this day one of his most motivating factors is getting cut from his high school basketball team. And he would have told you that when he was 32 years old and playing in the NBA still. Mm-hmm. You know, almost 20 years after it happened, it still pissed him off almost every day. And was a motivating factor for how he went out and played.
That's the other thing is you're telling me that the USC, you know, the players weren't sitting in the locker room going, you know, I don't like that. Why aren't we being ourselves? Why won't we stab the ground?
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Who gives a shit? Why do we care so much about this halftime nonsense?
Yeah. Why are we so worried about keeping them happy? It's not even their stadium. Look, you know what? And I think that might even be part of it. Not even the questioning or not even the lack of confidence shown, but the players questioning. The players wondering, well, why isn't our school approving this? Like, we're supposed to be rivals with these people. We should want to piss them off.
Yeah.
You know, and that you chose not to. And that's disappointing. And you blew that one. Now, is that the bottom line why they lost? No, they lost because they got dominated physically on both sides of the ball. But could that be something that helped the lack of physicality that they played with? Of course it could. Why not? I mean, seriously. We just talked about the concept of, you know, how mentally Kansas State cracked under the pressure of number one. Why couldn't USC crack under the concept of not having what they're used to happen? You never know. These are 19-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They're 19. They're 20 years old. I mean, who knows? Look, all I know is this USC team, to me, is arguably the most disappointing program this year.
They were number one in the preseason rankings. Number one. People thought this team was the team that was going to run the table and beat Alabama. People thought they had one of the top defenses in the nation. People thought they had one of the top offenses in the nation.
I don't think they scored more than 14 against Bama.
No.
I don't think they'd get past that. Because sooner or later, Saban would just start triple teaming Lee and say, beat me with somebody else. He would. He would. He wouldn't care. And it's not, I mean, like I said, I watched enough of the game that I feel confident enough in saying something like this as well. Their run game is nothing scary.
No.
It's nothing special. I mean, yeah, they got a couple talented running backs, but their offensive line's average.
Yeah.
And when you punch that offensive line in the face, they don't respond very well.
Is Lane Kiffin on the hot seat?
I don't think so yet. I think they give him next year to see, you know, what kind of recruiting he does and all that. I think they give him a little more time.